Hello, family. My name is Chris. I am your home gamer dad, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's here, it's here, it's here. Final Girl Series 3. Oh man, like every time a Kickstarter of this type of magnitude for me comes out, it's always like one of those like far off things of, oh, I can't wait to get it. I can't wait till it's here, and just the anticipation and everything. And it's here. It's actually here and delivered. We have the entire Ultimate Collection for Series 3, along with this, the mystery box, which is massive. I'll show you a comparison in a moment, but oh my goodness, like I had to go back and rewatch my unboxing for Series 2 just to kind of see how that all laid out. And you go and do that, there was like a ton of stuff in front of me there, like all these different minis and things along that ways. It's actually all within the Ultimate Box. They made the Ultimate Box even more ultimate by adding in so many things to this that it's worth it in its own right. But man, as you can see, I'm shaking with excitement, and I hope you guys are too, because man, this is gonna be one awesome unboxing video. I am so excited. So yes, within this video, not only am I going to be going through everything that comes within the Ultimate Box, I am going to be opening this as well. And I will have sufficient spoiler warnings and everything like that. You know, and when I open this is going to come first, then I'll open this. But just letting you guys out there know now that are watching this, if you don't want this to be spoiled, I will have timestamps when I'm about to start opening it. This way you can jump to the end or move to the final thoughts or whatever. And anything that gets opened from here will not be within the last segment of my video. In fact, the only time you'll ever see what's in this is when I'm actually unboxing it. But just to show you, this is the mystery box. This has something really cool in it. I have zero clue about what's in this, so it's going to be a live reaction from me as well. I have Mystery Box 1 and 2 right here, which I opened up the second one and showed you the first one from the last unboxing, so go check that out if you haven't already. But I mean, the comparison isn't even there. Like, look at the size difference. You could fit, what is that? You could fit like 6 or 7 of these little boxes into the big box that's here, whatever this may be. But for right now, we're not going to worry about that. I just wanted to point that out because it's just so awesome that Van Ryder Games, AJ, was like, you know, this is going to be bigger than anything they've ever made before. And they did not disappoint at all. Even just looking at it is impressive. So I'm going to leave this down here next to me. There we go. We're going to bring you on over. And my friends, let's go ahead and crack this baby open, pull open the plastic for the very first time. Check it out. I love seeing my reactions on these because once I finally play them and know the mechanics, it's fun to go back and see what I thought of it initially and then what it actually is. So with the permission of the Tormentor, who is our front and center right here, let's go ahead and get this game started. It's a very delicate procedure. You don't want to push too hard on the blade because you end up giving a little bit too much of a cut at times. Unfortunately, the box here for me came a little bit bent, and I'll show you guys. You can actually probably see it right here on the corner. It's kind of came a little bit bent in the box itself, pushed in. A little upsetting like that because I do like things to be a little bit more pristine than what they are, but that's okay. It is what it is. So for right now, as you can see, we got our nice little front cover here. So we will no longer have that on front. Now we will have the full art piece, which I really, really like that this is the style that they're going with now, where you have all the final girls that come with it here, and then all 5 of the killers that come within the Ultimate Box, you know, right up top as, you know, just an awesome lineup of what you're actually going to get within this set, which I don't know. They set the precedent with 1 and 2. Here it is in 3. And if they have anything else going forward, I think that would be awesome. But there's a layout to how it is in here on the back of the little paper, but I ended up just tossing this anyway, tossing the plastic, and then we'll open it up and see what it looks like inside. All right, here we go. Pop you open, and oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, there they are. There is everybody, all within their plastic. And of course, I'm going to open up little by little. And what's even better is this right here. It's actually an open blank spot, which I think if I remove it, it's probably, yeah, there's nothing behind here to show me what goes here. Ideally, if you had North Pole Nightmare, that actually gives you now a spot to put it in. For me, I will end up, because this is what I'll be playing mostly going forward, I'll probably take my core box right here and shove that right in there. There we go. So now my core box is going to be here with my season 3, just so I can go through it that way. But normally speaking, core box would be in series 1, and then North Pole Nightmare, if you have it, would be able to shove into that open spot. That's just awesome. That's amazing. That's so cool on how they did that. So let me pull some stuff out of here and we can get a better view of what came in this box. All right, so this isn't exactly the order that they're in within the box. You have your feature films first, and then your specialty boxes, and then in series 1 and 2, the special box that came on top of everything had the playmats in it. But the playmats haven't changed at all between series 2 and series 3. If you have series 2, you have more than enough space on it anyway. I don't use the playmats because I like setting things up in my own way, but it's still really good to have. This now has, I think, minis in it, actually. This is special FX crate. So yeah, I think now, originally all like the minis that came with like your killers and your final girls and maybe vignette stuff or whatever like that always came in separate boxes. Now it just comes as part of the ultimate set. So you'll be able to get that in there. One of these two right here has the tier dice in it, and one of them has the gruesome death book. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move these guys to the side for right now. We will open them up one by one, and this is going to be the last one I open because this is the one I am most anticipated for and everything. I'm just going to leave this over to side 4 right now because before I start opening these, I just want to show again the inside of the box. Gives you kind of an outline on where they generally go. You can put them wherever you want. As long as they fit, they fit. But just like they did with Series 1 and Series 2, the ones that you have for Series 3 can go into this box and shows you where they lay, with this spot being over here open for whatever you want. But with that said, let's open up some of these special boxes. I think because it intrigues me the most, let's start with the special effects box here, which again, if you had seasons 1 and 2, this actually ended up looking like a little VHS player, which was awesome, and came with the mat inside of it. This is obviously not a mat. It opens up very different than the others. This goes down, and from here, so we have 2 boxes within this. I wonder if these are just going to go into other things. Oh, 3 boxes. I'm sorry, 3 boxes. We have the accessories box, we have guest stars, and we have guest stars mini. So this little box right here, this the special effects box, actually comes with 3 very interesting things. Let's see what we got inside these. I do have a camera set up to the side in order to be able to show you a little bit more of zoomed in on some of these, but we're gonna start with the guest stars version of this, and this actually has a few secret envelopes, some signature action cards. I love those. Proxy events, proxy item cards, and all right, we got to move over to the other camera for this. This is so good. Oh my God, this is great. What's in this? All right, so we got the guest stars rule book right here, which is only just like a few pages to kind of talk to you about the proxy item card. These are make your own item card, make your own event card, special vehicle action, signature action, etc., etc., etc. Promo cards, and then the character packs. What are the character packs? Oh my gosh, this is something I was so excited for, and you're definitely going to be seeing me play these at some point in the future because these are like revisited things. So we have Carolyn's Revenge. This is the little girl from the Poltergeist, Creech Manor, who you have to rescue in order to be able to win that area. This is a special series of cards just for her, that if I can actually open this up the right way, please. Okay, there we go. Got it. We pull this out, and some more items. This is like her specific stuff. I can tell just because of the little symbol down on the bottom. And I guess these are things, what is this? A tune item. Oh, is that what these are? Oh my goodness. Psychic travel, psychic charge, psychic expulsion. What the heck? Psychic focus. Oh, I love this so much. I don't even know what half of this stuff does, but this is amazing. Carolyn, where are you? I am Carolyn. Just more things to add. This is all for her because this is all her symbol that are on this. Unseed forces. Your first move each action phase is panicked. Psychic damage applies here. Does not increase your general amount. Wow, this is so cool. There she is. There she is. Take a psychic travel card. All of them say that. You know what, I'm not even going to flip her over. I'm not going to flip her over to show anything special about her because once I actually go ahead and figure out how she plays and everything, she's going to be part of, my revisit to Creech Manor. Oh my God, yeah, return to Creech Manor for revenge. Oh, that's amazing. All right, so that's one character pack. The next one we have is Grandma's Grudge. This would be Red Riding Hood's grandma, who we thought was eaten by the big bad wolf, but in fact, she was not. And now we get to play as her. Her knitting needles, knickknacks, the good plates, it's awesome. The thing with Grandma is that she always has 1 health. That's all she has. So she's always running that adrenaline boost. But there are cards in here that she has. Move, steady walk, slow walk. Jeez, wow, look at all that time. Ow. Gather the flock, move any 2 yeah, and then the victims themselves actually come around Grandma in order to be able to protect her should a killer go and try to hit her. But she is like just super awesome and super powerful like that. Take a rally card, take a slow walk card. Oh my God, see, that is amazing. Look at all this awesome stuff. Again, another thing that I will be playing at some point when I go back through Storybrooke Row, which I wasn't a big fan of Storybrooke with the Big Bad Wolf, but I'll play it again with Grandma and see how she does. But for the rest of this, we have, these are your signature action cards, so I get to add these to the growing pile. These are cards that you could add one of these to your tableau in the beginning of the game in order to just give you a little bit extra. We got Kick. Weapons cannot be used to modify them. You just kick them. Basically, that's it. You just run in and you knock them, swift kick in the blank. But your turn pretty much ends every time, which is crazy. Precedence, Chopper. Okay, that's zombie stuff. Oh, okay. So now we have vehicles. So these are 2 signature actions. These are vehicle actions. These are more vehicles that we can use. Probably here, bulldozer, forklift. Yeah, these are probably ones from Series 3 that whenever you do Terror from the Grave, you can add in these into that vehicle deck in order to make the vehicles do something. So 2 new signature cards that we can add. That's interesting. We got a lot of Julia, Layla, Melanie, Patsy, and Paula's signature card with the exception. So pretty much every new character that we get from here and then Series 2 as well get signature weapon cards now as well. The only ones that didn't get it are Constance and I forget who the other one is from the Dark Quarter. So that'd be the only reason they don't have special cards like that, but that's okay. We got event cards. So these are all labeled for their various locations, and they're probably blank. Yep, they're blank on the back. So pretty much you could shuffle that into the event deck of, say, that's the asylum, and then when you pull it and it's question mark, you activate whatever your personal event is that you've made for it. Vehicle action card reference Series 3. Perfect. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I would thought that was. And then we have some new final girls right here. Hang on. Agnes, Caroline. Oh, no, here they are. Oh, I thought they didn't have them. Oh, Constance, Gabrielle, Caroline, Agnes, Grandma, and Jay. Oh, that's interesting. All right, never mind. So they do have signature cards. That's fun. I got to figure out those. And then some new final girls here. Jamie, Christmas Paula. Very nice. Agnes, Layla. I feel like I had you 2 already, unless they're redone or remade. More signature action cards, 3 more. Combo, choose 2 action cards and the order you want to resolve them. Use the results of a single horror roll to resolve both. Oh my God, that's amazing. Bribe, discard 1 random item, ignore all damage, and lower. Oh wow, you're bribing him. That's pretty. I like these reaction cards. New reaction cards are amazing that you need for the game for sure. And then these are all the blanks. So you get blank item cards that you can make, and then more blank event cards for the rest of the locations in all of it. So there you go. That's all of the fun new items that you can find within the guest stars box. So this one is the minis, or they are the minis. We're going to have Agnes, Caroline, Grandma, Jamie, Layla, and Paula as minis that we can probably put with the other final girls within the what is it? One of the like the cast and crew box from Series 3. Just once again, just want to point out really quickly before I show this off, this is of course going to be full spoilers for the whole thing. If you're not interested in knowing or you want things to be a surprise, of course, skip through certain things. There's a lot of, timestamps down below. If you want to jump to a certain part that I'm unboxing or anything like that, so you can skip certain things, by all means do that. But until then, we got a bunch of minis here to take a look at. We have, that's Layla right there. She has a giant sickle, my goodness. Jamie has a hockey stick on her. We have Carolyn, Carolyn. Wow, using her psychic powers, which is awesome. Paula. Wow, what are you flailing around, Paula? That's crazy. Grandma with her giant purse knocking around. And Agnes with a gun. Agnes got a gun. Wow, that's crazy. We got some additional spots for things as well, whether it be small item cards. I don't even know what could possibly go near vehicles, maybe. Maybe this is a good holder for certain things that I'm going to open up in the accessory box or something along that ways. But that's a quick and easy one, just a few figures in that. All right, accessory box time. This actually has the new tier mechanic in it, which is a kind of like how you had like the ultimate dice in series 2, which is just something to add to, oh, that's so cool, to the game to make it just a little bit more challenging or just to add a little bit more fun to it and everything. Tier dice rule sheet, accessory box component list, which is right here, and you just got so many cool things. All right, so this is going to be the mat for the side. What is this called? Supplement game mat. Oh, that's so cool. Check this out. So you would put this on the side of your game mat, and it just kind of gives you a few, feature film special cards. If you have anything special for that, we're going to roll up really quickly. Feature films, special mini cards. I think like the Tormentor uses this, or probably other things. Tokens and minis of miscellaneous. You can place the dice tray here. Dice tray, you say? Well, here it is. Oh, okay, so guess what's going to be showing up more in my games? Definitely this Final Girl dice tray, which is, of course, it's a small one. It's nothing too big. I'll probably leave it open like this just so I can get a better camera shot of it whenever I'm using it, but it's a nice leather mini dice tray. You throw that down, you throw the dice into that, and I can just imagine this being so fantastic. And of course, it's the perfect spot right here for your supplemental area. And then of course, you keep going down the bottom. Again, the turn, like action phases, planning, killer, panic, and upkeep phase, and then whatever your current hand here, so you're not mixing things together. And then you also have the tier board, which actually comes with new blue dice and then these tier tokens right here, which are 5. And basically the way that this works, from what I'm just quickly reading in the rule books for it, is that these replace your red dice, so you're rolling blue dice instead of red, and then it's normal stuff where it's like a 6 is a star, a 5 is a star, a 4 is a double card, a 3 is a double card, but a 2 and a 1 are tiers. And if you manage to roll just tiers in a shot, so it means you have a complete failure of whatever it is you roll, you can collect the tiers from these dice like so, and it has to show a tier. So doing this and choosing not to resolve anything would only get you 1 tier. And you can actually spend the tiers in order to do stuff. So you can spend a tier to gain a time. You can spend, it looks like you can spend 2 tiers to re-roll 1 dice, 3 tiers to lower the horror gauge by 1, 4 to roll any or all dice, and then 5 full in order to roll 2 more blue dice for horror rolls for the rest of the turn. Now, this is also interesting because this says side A. You flip it over to side B, and it's actually different things, like move 1 space. You can convert any double thing to a star, roll 6 dice, and unveil your ultimate ability. Wow. Wow, that's a powerful side compared to the first one. But yeah, that's the new mechanic that they introduced in this, is the tier board. And of course, these are all the components that'll come with it. Will I do this in my game? Probably later, not off the hop, because I'd rather just kind of show off some stuff. Maybe if I do like a redo or something, or a combination of killer location, but I don't know. It's a really cool mechanic, but I need to play with it personally first before I start showing it off for you guys in general. But still, love it. Amazing. I love the idea that failing now is a way to kind of help you get back in the game. So yeah. And that was it for the FX crate. That was everything that you would find in this really cool looking, locked drawer case thing or whatever that came with the Ultimate Box in Series 3. Let's go ahead and check out. We have the bonus features and the cast and crew. Let's go bonus features first, just because I feel like that'd be better. All right, let's crack this guy open. And from here, most likely what it is, yeah, just a bunch of books, as I figured. Never can go wrong with this at all, especially because of what I'll be doing later. But we got the feature film rulebook for Series 3. We have, of course, the lore and scenario book. Guys, of course, expect me to start reading you some of this amazing killer lore that's going to be coming out soon. So we got the Hunter right here, his entire story. Razorface and the story that brings you to hell or Hades or wherever it is. Let's see, the Slayer from Falconwood, keep going. Tormentor at the Merrek Warehouse, which, just a cool thing. When I got this box that had Final Girl Series 3 in it, it actually was addressed coming from Merrek Warehouse, which I thought was a really cool little touch that Van Ryder did. Oh no, the Tormentor knows where I live now. The Eyeless in Utopia, oh, so cool. And then there's still a lot more to this book, Terror from Destiny. I am going to do a separate, killer lore. So the first killer lore I'm going to do for this is all series 3, these 3 killers and everything. I am going to do a second killer lore at some point, going through the 3 vignettes, because I never read about the birds and I didn't read about the zombies. So Terror from Destiny sounds really cool. And then, of course, the main final girls and a little bit of description of each of them from their respective feature films. Gabrielle is part of the Terror of Destiny, which is really cool. Got our gruesome death books right here for each one of the locations. Everything's upside down, which I guess is just how it packs in or whatever. There's Utopia, all of it. So yeah, Utopia, Merrek Warehouse, Hellscape, Falconwood, and Sunnydale Mall, which is, I think they just go over the main killers, right? Yeah, Hunter, Razorface, Slayer, Tormentor, Eyeless, Destiny. Right. So anything from series 1 or 2 obviously wouldn't be in any of these, but that's okay. Yeah, all right, this is amazing. I love it still. This is going to get a lot of use. But that's all that you're going to find within this little booklet right here. Yeah, bonus features. Awesome. Moving right along, we know the cast and crew is actually going to have quite a lot to it, because this is going to have, yep, that's what I thought. It's going to have all of your Final Girl minis as well as the vignette for the series. Okay, so we got all of the minis up here that is going to be for the Final Girls that come with this. Let's see, Kenzie, Christine, Octavia, Megan, Gabrielle, Janelle, Cassie, Tali, Kat, Mandy, and Rhonda are all in here. And if I'm not mistaken, yep. So then as you start uncovering them from their feature films, you'll be able to put their special weapon cards in here. And then, of course, their their character cards in here, which I'm going to do all off screen anyway when I actually go through and organize this myself. We have here Faded Victims miniatures. So the way that Terror from Destinies works apparently is, wow, this seems a lot thicker than the other ones. You have to kind of, it's like a Final Destination type of thing for this, where certain events are going to happen to these characters and you have to prevent those things from happening to them in order to be able to stop death from coming to these characters themselves. So yes, you are fighting, your enemy is death. Your killer is death within this vignette, which again is Final Destination, the movie, which I thought was really awesome on how they did it. It's going to be a while before I get to this, but holy Jesus, it's going to be awesome. You can actually see a skull, like just barely in there. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love this. This is so much fun. Oh, a little bit of a spoiler for Cat's Boomstick. Sorry about that showing there, but you know, it's just on the back of this and everything. So I apologize for that. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the cast and crew. It's very simple like that. We saw the figures. Let's get on to the feature film, shall we? I mean, this is why you're here, right? You're here to see what are the new things that came within Series 3 that you can expect to add to your game, especially if you like certain IPs that these are based off of. So right here, we have Killer from Tomorrow feature film, Shop Till You Drop at Sunnydale Mall. That's always fun. We have the Hunter as the killer and Sunnydale Mall as our location. Now, under normal circumstances, I don't really show off too much as far as like cards and everything goes, but we'll show off a few things. First, let's go with the Hunter. He is, of course, your Terminator that has been sent from the future in order to kill you, which we have him right here as a mini. And then we have actually the X1000, which is like your T1000 or whatever, or Hunter Mark X, or I think this is Mark 5, this is Mark X. The way that this works is that there's actually 2 killers in it. This guy is going to be running around stalking you and trying to kill you. Once you do enough damage to him, you can actually give him or make him an ally for you so he can fight alongside against the liquid metal one that comes at you. So that I think is really cool. Now keep in mind also, these are not in separate boxes. These are actually within the feature film themselves, but I don't know if that's a retail thing. I'm sure somebody will tell me down below. Hey, look, it actually says it on the bottom. Mark X and Mark V or Mark 5, Mark 10, whatever it is. The epic finale card is in the box as well. So all of that extra stuff that you would normally expect from a separate box that you got from Series 1 and Series 2 are actually in the feature film for Series 3. And I think that's just awesome to have it all together. And then on the other side, we have Sunnydale Mall, which is where we'll be running around. There's apparently a motorcycle that comes with the mall, because why not just take a motorcycle and drive around the mall with it? And then you have this kid right here who is the savior, your John Connors. I don't really know, does he have a name? Savior Ally, just Savior Ally. We'll call him John for right now. He will be one that we have to make sure does not die while we are at Sunnydale's Mall. I think I kept calling Sunnydale. It's Sunnydale's Mall. There's a lot of different stores here. Boards and Bones, Military Surplus, Service Center. It's pretty cool. Food court. And a lot of the main mechanic here is jumping over railings. So there's a few arrows around here. And of course, once I play this game, I'll show it off more. But you can actually like jump over the railing and it would go like down a floor into a new area. So think of it as like 2 floors. This is like the first floor. And then everything around here is the second floor because you have escalator points here that kind of bring you up and down. This might even be 3rd floor up here because I see the escalator that way. Yeah, so just getting from level to level, jumping over everything and getting around could possibly damage you. And then, of course, you have to have the savior start to like you in order to start doing things. Eat me. I guess you're okay, and I believe you. The more trust the savior has in your final girl, the more things that they can do as an ally. Big thing about this is allies. I think allies added to the game is really cool, and I hope to see more of that in the future, whatever Van Ryder Games does. Next, we have Hell to Pay, which is a feature film based off of the Hellraiser series, where you are stuck inside of hell for the most part, and you have to kind of avoid the nasty razor face enemy. Misery loves company in the hellscape. So you're in the hellscape here while this nasty guy is chasing you around and actually manipulating the board itself in order to like change the layout and get things around and like get you really confused. So we'll look at the killer first. And for that, we have Razor Face. As opposed to Pinhead, we have a Razor Face. And here is the mini that comes with that, holding up a heart and just kind of like being all menacing and creepy and everything like that. So Razor Face's big, mechanic that I'm seeing in here are what's called afflictions. He puts these like weird status effects and everything onto your final girl, and you have to purge them by doing different things. Now, I've seen like 1 or 2 playthroughs of this. I know AJ and his son did one, very good one, by the way, if I can remember from a while ago. Mostly running around the hellscape and then trying to figure out how to get rid of the afflictions because you need to get rid of them in order to be able to really take down Razorface. But he himself doesn't look so bad in terms of like his powers and abilities, but like I assume those afflictions would be really, really nasty. Once again, in Season 3, or Series 3, I have the mini right here. I have his epic finale card already. All of that comes within the feature film box. I don't know if that's going to be in retail. I hope it is. That would be awesome, but I'm just kind of pointing out because I got the Ultimate Edition. All of it is already together. And then there's this, the Hellscape. My goodness, this looks insane. Basically, it is because you have all of these empty spots here, and it comes with these tiles that I don't know if there's like a certain place that these go, but you put them here. They're all double-sided as well. You flip them over for new areas, and then it comes with its own dice. So I guess if you roll it, and you do, so that's that symbol and that's that symbol. Do these switch places? Do these flip over? Do these do everything? But as you can see, these 4 tiles here constantly flipping and constantly changing directions and everything can cause some crazy havoc. That's like a path to nowhere up there. My God, that is insane. Like you get lost really fast down here for sure. And it looks like you have some type of like torture. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a carriage drawn by 2 horses. Like a hell carriage or whatever, ancient chariot that you would probably ride around in the hellscape. Maybe that would cause you to jump from area to area without getting like caught in between anything. So yeah, hellscape is going to be insane to just navigate itself, plus having to deal with getting people out of here, however that's possible. And then the Nexus. Oh, that's cool. The Nexus is both. The Nexus is both an area where you get items and where you can set people free. So you got 3 different areas here, but I'm sure that that's not going to be as nice as it sounds. Oh my God, I just want to play them all. I want to play them all. I want to know them all. I just want to do all the things. I actually forgot to do this when I was showing off the Hunter, but I might as well do it while I'm showing off Razorface right now. Just the final girls that come with both of them. So Kat and Tali here, they came with, what is it, Killer for Tomorrow, and then the one for Razorface over here, Hell to Pay, came with Christy and Kenzie. I know you're supposed to be like a Sarah Connor. Tali, for you, for like more based on the later ones, maybe the later versions of the Terminator series. I don't know enough about Hellraiser to know where these two final girls were inspired from, but these are who you get for each one. Again, this is one you get for the Hunter, Sunnydale Mall, Killer from Tomorrow, Hell to Pay for Razorscape, and Hellscape for these two. Just wanted to show them up before we move on to the next feature film. Next, we're going to take a look at the Merrek Murders. Sorry that the plastic's already off on this. I wasn't paying attention and did not hit the record button on my camera before I started going through this until I realized a little bit too late. But regardless of anything, Merrek Murders is awesome because this is actually designed by AJ, one of the main designers for Van Ryder's games. He's had his hand in a bunch of other feature films and everything from series 1 and 2, but his inspiration for this is the Saw franchise, and I just love what he did with the Tormentor, who of course is based off of Jigsaw. She looks amazing, she looks creepy, and quite frankly, from what I'm seeing in this and what I've seen him play with it and everything with his son, she is a tough one. So let's check her out first. Of course, based off of the Saw series, the Tormentor is all about traps and getting their victims into those traps and then letting those traps just kind of do their thing and, kill them little by little. She doesn't have much in the way of a board here, actually. She also, from what I saw, does not actually get onto the field until much, much later in the game. Instead, you got to deal with these things, her traps, what it is, yes, death traps. So there's like a whole stack of these. I'm just showing this one because, come on, reverse bear trap, that's like the most famous one that you gotta remember from the Saw series. You have over here things you gotta do. You gotta first find the key by spending 4 time, and lastly unlock the mechanism by spending 4 time. I think you have to do this all in one turn. I don't know. I'm gonna have to read through the books and everything along that ways. But in order to be able to do that, you gotta spend the appropriate amount in order to completely get rid of the trap. And I don't know if you get a bonus by getting rid of the trap, but really surviving the trap, like your victim surviving it, is the big thing. You start here, and then I think at the beginning of each turn, it moves down, and it's like a timer, and once it gets here, the victim's dead. If you fail, then the terror goes up, the victim's getting scared and scared. There's more. I think this goes up to like 5 or 6 maybe steps in order to get rid of it, but then again, this is only 2 steps to disarm the bear trap. I'm looking through this really quickly. I'm seeing 3, 2, so there's a lot of things you got to do as well. A whole bunch of different traps you got to do that the Tormentor puts down that you, the player, have to disarm and get rid of in order to be able to stop her before she just comes on out with her crazy drill and everything and then starts taking matter into her own hand. Oh man, it's amazing. And I guess that also triggers parts of the trap as well. Yeah, you're going to be one of the first ones they do. Maybe not the first, but definitely in the beginning. And then Merrek Warehouse, which is the location that comes with it, has a lot of so you had the Sunnydale Mall, which I could say kind of had multiple levels, a 2nd level, a 3rd level maybe, or whatever. This really takes that to the next level of sorts because each one of these red spots is basically you being on top of these shelving units here. So here you're walking around on the ground floor, and then you climb up ladder points in order to get on top of the shelving. And there's a little forklift that's around here as well that you can kind of just drive around and use that to lift you on and off certain things. So this one has a very interesting vertical aspect to it where you got to go up and down different areas. Now, again, I'm looking at some of this and I see here, here, and here. I believe these are locking mechanisms. These are locked either at the beginning of the game or maybe through an event, and you got to unlock them in order to get people out of here. So that's just another challenge you got to worry about in order to be able to get through the warehouse. Receiving area, manager's office, supply cage, yeah, good places to store items. But as far as ground level goes, you have to go through the pit. Panics use 2 dice. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, whoa, 10, 11, oh I see. 12, oh wow. So 1 won't move at all, which you wouldn't have all because you have 2 dice. 2, 3, 4, oh I see. All right, that's really cool. I like how they do that. So if you panic from the pit, you roll 2 dice and there's a whole bunch of different areas you can go, including getting so scared you run on top of one of these little high-rise things or whatever. I like that. That's really cool. Very nice. And you have Cassie and Mandy as your final girls for this. I don't think there were final girls within the Saw series. I remember like cops being a big part of it and just the story getting super convoluted and everything. I know one of the girls turned out to work for Jigsaw. Like you thought she was the final girl, but she wasn't. So I'd be curious on where these two draw their inspiration from the Saw series itself. But there you go. Those are your final girls within Merrek Warehouse. Good. I'm recording this time. What do we got here? We got the Falconwood Files, which is based off of Stranger Things, a series that I am actually really enjoy. I like Stranger Things as a whole. I am looking forward to season 5 and seeing how it all wraps up, but this is actually really interesting too because this has not only a weird interdimensional monster here, something strange is happening in Falconwood, but also it has the location that has a kind of an upside down feel to it. I don't think that's what they call it here. They probably definitely call it something else, but you'll be able to know the inspirations coming from Stranger Things and like seeing the correlations between the two. So let's take a look at the Slayer. The Slayer is what the killer's called in this one. All right, here we go. Here is the Slayer, an interdimensional creature that kind of bounces between worlds. He has 3 possible minor dark powers here. His horror only starts at 4, but I imagine that goes up like crazy. Pretty big killer, bloodlust board here. And then he comes with this dimensional tracker for him, which is really cool. It's our dimension. Victims will follow you, and then the mirror dimension, if you're in the mirror dimension during the upkeep, you lose a health, and gray victims will follow you. So that's interesting, and how that kind of is I'm actually kind of surprised that this isn't upside down, that you're literally flipping the card upside down to see the mirror version of it, because you're still just reading it up and down this way, which, I don't know, I guess works nonetheless, but I love this mini. This mini is so well detailed and everything with like the energy coming off of him and just that fearsome attack with and whatever. Like, oh man, that's so cool. I don't know really much about the way this works in terms of like the mirror dimension and everything, but yeah, that's really cool. I love the way that all this looks. And then he himself looks menacing as all get out. And then you have Falconwood, which is the area that all this craziness is happening in. This seems like a lot of spaces. It seems like more spaces than any other map that I've seen so far. Like just the sheer volume of them. There is a little news camera, news vehicle that's going to fly around. And just from again seeing really quickly, just based off of the quick thing that I'm reading on the special instructions and everything. I haven't seen anybody play this, so I don't know for sure. It looks like there are missions that kids have gone missing or people have gone missing that you have to kind of explore around the town in order to find them. It comes with this really fancy black and red D20. So hooray to that. Natural 15. That's fun. That's pretty good. I hope that's a good roll. I don't know what is a good roll, what isn't in this. But definitely can see that you're going to need to be a bit of a detective within here in order to try to figure out where everyone went, what you need to do in order to find them and then bring them back to safety, while also getting them out, which is when they're there, and then the shopping mall, government lab, of course, why not, and the police station right in the middle. Beautiful designed map, by the way. So cool the way this is all set up. But again, I feel like this is a lot of spaces, so that's going to be a fun one to traverse. And then finally, your final girls for this one, we have Octavia and Janelle. Very 80s style, in my opinion, because this is kind of what it's based off of. Stranger Things takes place in the 80s, and like that's a lot of where the aesthetic comes from, and you could 100% see that in the 2 final girls that they picked out for here. Again, I don't think she may be more of an 11, inspiration and everything, Octavia, but I got to see what their special abilities are on the back, and then of course just how they play in general. But I love the way these 2 look. Goes super well with the theme. And this is the one I've been looking forward to the most, the one that I've been most anticipating playing as. Don't make a sound. You actually have 2 different things going on right here. You have the main killer, which is the Eyeless. Everyone loves Utopia, by the way. The Eyeless, which is your main killer, you're going to find this inspiration taken from A Quiet Place, which I really like A Quiet Place. I've seen all 3 of the movies, and I'm curious about the TV show that's coming out for it. So I want to see how the Eyeless plays. But then you also play in the location of Utopia, which has its own deadly things in it already in the ways of the sandworms or whatever they call it from there. Basically, it's Tremors. You have a Tremors-inspired location with any killer on top of it. So not only have to deal with things running around hunting you and killing you, but also terror from below, I guess, would be in a sense, you know, the worms coming up and everything. But let's look at the eyeless first. All right, so here is the eyeless, and of course it's just this nasty little creature running around. Of course, very reminiscent to the creatures that you would find within A Quiet Place, maybe a little bit more redesigned, like an interesting mutation between those creatures from Quiet Place and the Cloverfield monster. But it hunts by sound, and its main mechanic is, of course, you making noise. So I guess if you do, it's just to say, oh wow, noise +1 can be heard by others near you, melee type attacks, whatever. And then flip it over, it's noise +3 can be heard at a distance, gunshots, whistles, vehicles, etc. So I guess depending on what you do and the actions that you take while going up against the eyeless, you're going to be making more and more noise. And from what I just saw really quickly on some of the tarot cards, there's like, if the final girl made 4 noise or 5 noise or however many noise, then it will turn its attention from victims that it's hunting or whatever to you, which is really crazy. I'm also really scared where it says discard the next tarot card, discard the next tarot card. That's burning through your timer even faster to make the finale come up. And, you know, it doesn't matter what creature you're going up against or what killer. If that finale comes out, you better really hope you're prepared. Wow, look at this. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. Wow, you do a lot of damage and movement right away. Wow, that's crazy. All right, yeah, you're going to be a tough one, but I think this might be the first one I go up against just because I've been so excited for this one, especially the location, which is right here in Utopia, Nevada, which of course is based off of Perfection, Nevada, which was Tremors. If you still don't believe me, first off, here's a little bulldozer vehicle. So that's going to be one of the main vehicles that are in there. There's these rock spots here, which I assume you could be on in order to, you know, was that vestigial boulders or whatever it is, in order to be able to protect yourself from worms. Oh, they're so cool. Yeah, they're like, they're graboids. Well, as graboidish as you can get. Maybe they have kind of the head of a, what is it? The Demigorgon from Stranger Things. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. You know, they're bursting up out of the ground. They're coming in. They're trying to grab you and suck you in and eat all the victims. Oh my goodness, this is great. I love the way these look. They look so awesome, and I'm so glad that the 3 of them are here. This was a stretch goal, if I can remember correctly, was getting these. And again, I don't know if this is going to be in the retail version, because I got the Ultimate Box. I got all of these figures. I got the final, the finale cards for the killers. Dark Power cards are on there and everything. Like, oh my God, this is so cool. This is the thing I was looking forward to the most. And I just want to see how it plays out all together. So amazing. And we got our girls right here, Rhonda and Megan. And it's also a shift in terms of the overall art style. I remember I mentioned this when I talked about going through series 2 with Knock on the Woods, or Knock on the Door, the one that had the intruders in it, that the art style of that one was very different compared to some of the other ones. And I feel like this one's also a very different art style. And I love that each one of the feature films really is unique in the sense that you could tell where these characters go immediately and how they fit into that world of the feature film. It's all unique, all like their own thing. But then you start mixing and matching and you just get these great experiences. So love it, amazing. Can't wait to play it. All right, everybody, here it is. The moment I've been really waiting for as well, because I want to know what's inside this box so badly. Giving you some time. You have a timestamp down below in which you're going to be able to jump to in order to completely get past all this and everything. Once I go over this and I open this up and I show everyone what's inside it and everything, then I'm going to put it back in the box and put it away, and you're not going to see it again for the rest of this video. So if this is something that you really don't want to spoil for yourself, definitely skip this section right now and we'll jump to the end so we can hear our final thoughts and I can hear what you guys have to say about this as well. With that said and done, if you are still with me right now, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Cracking this open, ripping open the plastic like it's Christmas morning, which wasn't that long ago, by the way. And, all right, where's the open? Here we go. Okay. Oh, here we go. Mystery box rule sheet. There's a rule sheet. Oh my God. In Final Girl, death is knocking at, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, mystery dice icon. All right, so we know that. So we know that there are the icons in there. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. What? What is this? Wow. What? Oh, look at this thing. Look at that. Whoa. Wow. Okay, I gotta, hang on. Holy jeez, guys, look at this. Look at this. It rotates on the bottom with all the different gravestones on it. The dice themselves look like that they fit in, and there's enough room for all the dice. That's season 3, season 2, season 1 would go on it. I mean, like, wow, and just spin the Grim Reaper around and everything. That is so awesome. Can he hold the dice in his hand? Kind of, maybe sort of, something like that. Wow, that is crazy. Look at how awesome this thing is. Spinning around on the bottom with all the different things. That is well designed. In Final Girl, death is knocking on your door. Will you dare trust your fate to death to defy this? Wow, it's crazy. So yeah, this is it. Roll the dice and death decides which killer and location, because each one of the dice features one of each of the killers and then like a question mark, which is, you know, a free choice and everything. Well, the killers are all that, and then destiny. Locations are all 5 locations and a question mark in order to figure out from there. Let's see. On the graveyard miniature, you'll notice 6 slots if you own the Necronomicon and the Otherworldly Mirror, which I do. You can put the dice from those series there and spin the base to have death choose whose series we'll use. So what? If I just put these here and I spin it, okay, so it flings it out, and then I guess that's a way it rolls. It just flicks it out whenever you do this. It's like a little fidget spinner of sorts like that. And then once you've used them, death can hold them in hands so you don't use them again. That is, oh my gosh, so that's so cool. That was awesome in every way, shape, and form about what was included within this box. I'm doing this in order to give everybody a little bit of time should they just move forward really quickly and they don't like pay attention to wherever the timestamps are and they don't want to like ruin anything or whatever. But yeah, so it's totally, that was so awesome. That was so awesome what was in there. Awesome work, Van Ryder Games. I wonder if there's going to be something that I missed in it, because I know with the mirror, there was a special compartment in it that had an item in it that, you know, you had to find. I did a short on it, actually. I didn't see any special compartments in this one, but that doesn't mean they aren't there. But regardless of anything, so awesome, so amazing. That's it for you. Now this is just going to be used for me personally. Maybe I'll use it somewhere down the line in order to like do some random stuff, but for right now, this stays sealed up right here. And there you have it, everybody. Everything from Final Girl Series 3, the Ultimate Box, the Mystery Box if you decided to watch that, and just like a quick unboxing and showing off of what is included in each one of these. Now, of course, as I do my series for Final Girl, each one of the feature films here will get their own episode in order to shine, so I can show you how the mechanics work, how the killers work, and of course, whichever one of the Final Girls I choose to play during it. So exciting. I'm so pumped for this one. I would love to hear what your opinions are. Have you gotten your Final Girl Series 3 yet? If you pre-ordered this or any part of it at all, which one are you looking forward to playing the most? And of course, have you already played them and what your thoughts are in general? I don't know exactly what order I want to play them, but I'm 99.9% sure that I'm going to be starting in Utopia with the Sandworms and the Eyeless. Or the Eyeless one or whatever. I do want to do the Terminator one because that one's also really cool. That's another IP I really like. But all of these look amazing and I can't wait to try each and every one of them out for you guys as time goes on. So, again, let me know what you think of all this down in the comments section below. If you don't want to miss any future Final Girl action that I put out for you guys or any other fun video I put out for you to enjoy, be sure you are subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad. If you wish to help the channel out even further, there's a ton of ways you can do that down in the description section below. But in all honesty, as I've always said, your view, your like, your share, your comments, subscribing to the channel, just being here and sharing your love and enjoyment and excitement for Final Girl is exactly what I need in order to just keep putting these out, keep showing you guys everything that I absolutely can and entertaining you one feature film at a time. And of course, going back through them again when I do the Poltergeist and the Big Bad Wolf with Caroline and Grandma in order just to see how they work within that setting as well. Oh my God, so many ideas of things I want to do with this. Can't wait to get started. But first, we got to go through some killer lore as well. So again, thank you guys so much. You have been absolutely amazing. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together. I do want to just mention by the time this goes out, January 31st would have already passed. And Van Ryder says that they were going to have some big announcement that day for like a year of fear or something, basically talking about the future of Final Girl. Make sure you go, I guess, onto their website or their Discord or something like that in order to really see what it is. I'm going to be checking it out because I don't think that they're going to be doing another Kickstarter, like a Series 4 Kickstarter. I think there's going to be more individual stuff like North Pole Nightmare is released throughout the year. But that's all speculation right now. This is really what I want to focus on: scanning, organizing, getting together, and getting down to fight some killers. Till then, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.